Hey everybody, I'm back with some more info on doing the mushrooms. Okay, this is a big pot. We have to sterilize straw. So I have already put water in. The water is up to here. Turn the burner on. Now this water is going to be going for quite a while because it has to be over 170 degrees. In the process of it doing that, I have a pillowcase here, and I have a bag that I have filled with straw. So what we're going to do is take the pillowcase and stuff it with straw. Not all the way with straw, because we need to be able to let all the water penetrate through the straw so that it all gets soaked and sterilized. We won't put this in the water until the temperature has reached 170 degrees or more. Then we will let it boil in there for, I'm going to say, about 30 minutes or an hour. Turn it off, and then we're going to let it cool down. I've got about, I think I'll put a little bit more. So I've got about this much straw in my pillowcase. We'll just wait, let our water get over 170 degrees, and then I'll be back and we will put the pillowcase of straw in the water and let it do its thing. Okay everybody, the water is in the pot and you can see the bubbles, white bubbles, not just the rolling bubbles foaming on the inside. So I know it's at least 160, 170 degrees. I don't have a meat thermometer to stick in there to see what the temperature is, so I'm going to go that way. We left off when we had straw in the pillowcase. Since my pot is only as big as it is, I can't fill it all the way, so we only fill it to here. We're going to take a string. I have paracord. We're going to put a tie on it to make sure that the straw stays inside while it's in there getting cleaned and pasteurized. I think I'll do a double knot. Okay. And then we're going to take the bag and we're going to start slowly putting it into the bag and pot of water. We want to make sure the whole thing of straw gets into the water. Remember, it's very hot. I think I'm going to take a spatula so I don't burn my hand. And we want not to be built up and be still sticking up out of the water. So I don't have a stone or a rock that I'm going to put in it, but I have an old weight that I don't use, and I'm going to put it in there. Okay, so that helps it stay submerged under the water. I'm going to stick that so it doesn't hang down and get caught in any fire. I think this is Oh, I think I lost my weight. Okay. So that's in there. It needs to stay in there for at least 1 whole hour. After it stays in there for 1 hour at the 160, 170 plus degrees, we'll turn the fire off, and it needs to sit overnight. After it sits overnight, our next step will be to open the bag and pick up some of it to see if it's drained properly. So we'll stop the video for now and pick up after we've done that. So I'll be back tomorrow. Remember to like and subscribe. And if you have comments, go ahead and place comments. Thank you. Hey y'all, I'm back for a quick second. Remember I said to stick a rock or something in there to help weigh it down? Well, I stuck in the weight and it still wanted to kind of float up. So then I have some massage rocks that are about this big. I stuck 3 of those in. So another side still wanted to weigh up. So what I've done is taken a pan, put water inside of it, and stuck the pan on top. So now that is on top of it, and it will weigh it down so it won't be popping up. So that's another tip in case you don't have big rocks and stuff to stick inside of it to weigh it down. Okay. Okay, everybody, here we are back again to do the mushrooms. So the straw was done in the pan on the stove, cooled off after it was on there for an hour. Let it sit in the sink to let the water drain off overnight. And now we're getting ready to pick up with the straw drained in the pillowcase. It did not make as much straw as I thought it would. And let me give you a warning, which no one told me. When the straw is in the pan during the boiling process to clean it and sterilize it, it emits carbon monoxide. The only way that I know that is because my carbon monoxide detector went off, and it went off the entire time. I opened the doors and windows and everything so that it could be airing out while it was doing it, and I sat outside on the porch in a chair the entire time. After I turned it off, I still sat outside to make sure that the house would okay. And now what we're going to do is get into our straw. This did not make as much straw as I need to fill this 5-gallon bucket, so I'm just going to do this small portion, which today is just going to be Dove Gray oyster mushrooms. And it looks like this, been in the refrigerator. So what you're going to do is you're going to take and break it up into pieces like this. Just because it looks old and funny looking, it doesn't mean anything. It's still good. That's the way it's supposed to be. You can see the brown on it now. That's one bag. My second bag. Okay, let's get into our straw. You see the straw. It's damp. It's not where water's dripping off of it. So this is our bucket with the hose that we drilled the other day, last week, whatever. I don't know what that is. So I have straw in it up to about right here. Opening up our bag, and we're going to just, oh, it smells mushroomy. Sprinkle that whole bag in there on that first layer. That's what I did. Let's get a second. Can go back up. Sorry. Okay. Let's do another layer of straw. Okay, second layer of straw. I'm doing my second bag of Dove Gray oyster mushrooms. I put that whole bag in. I actually have enough. I could do another layer, but I would need to go get my other spawn from downstairs. There's kind of everything in this straw. Look at there. There's a stick. So rather than go get the other and mix the Dove Gray and the Snow White, I'm going to just leave that there. I think I'll put a small layer on top of it, however. Slight layer on top of it. Then remember, we're going to take our lid, you hear it snapping. It's closed securely. We're going to leave it closed securely, and we want it to stay in here. I'm going to cover it with a piece of plastic, take a trash bag, clear it and cover it, and we're going to let it sit in here until through these holes we can see some of the spores of the mushroom peeking out, and then we'll do something else. So that'll be a while before we see that. Okay, remember, if you do the straw and you boil it on the inside of the house in the big pot like I did, most people do not have a carbon monoxide detector in their house, so you don't know it's emitting carbon monoxide. The only way I know is that the alarm was going off. My daughter did research and looked on the internet, and it says that when you boil straw, it emits carbon monoxide. Okay, remember, if you have any comments, to say them or post them. Like if you like, and remember to subscribe. Okay, thank you. Have a good